Hi, beautiful friends. I hope you're well. The last Divine Feminine Energy yoga class was very popular. So here we go with a new flow to awaken our Shakti energy. We want to cultivate and connect with our softness, our intuition, our sensuality, our grace, and our beauty. And not beauty in the outer shape, but in our experience. So the way that we feel, the way that we move, the way that we speak to ourselves, that we encounter ourselves, and really cultivate this warm, loving kindness that we care within ourselves. We focus on the hip joints and getting some energy going and having that energy rise up in the body. The hips are the center of our sensuality, our playfulness, our ability to let go, to create. It's the center of creation. So we want to find that energy, stimulate it, and send it up the body, spread it throughout the body so we can really illuminate ourselves from the inside and glow from the inside out. If you want to listen to some music, I have a playlist. It's linked in the description box below. You can start it at any point. I'm constantly updating it, so this is just an option for you. Let's get started today sitting on our heels. If that feels uncomfortable for you, you can choose to sit cross-legged or take a cushion or a blanket between the legs. Just take a moment to set up your upright seat. You can rest your hands within the lap, nestled within each other, so you are able to relax the shoulders and the arms. And we just take a moment to settle in for our practice. So feel free to close the eyes or lower the gaze. Take a moment to withdraw from the screen. Allow your eyes to relax, the eyelids to soften. Relax your jaw, relax the shoulders, relax your heart, the stomach, and relax the whole abdomen so it may move freely with your breath. Find a certain alertness in your posture by lifting through the spine, yet always keep that quality of ease, of softness. Take a deep breath in through your nose and gently sigh it out through the mouth. And feel free to keep the eyes closed as you start tilting your pelvis forward and backward. It's kind of like a tiny cat-cow movement, but you really want to focus on the hip joints. So you're lifting the tailbone, bringing the pelvis forward, and then bringing the tailbone down towards the heels, and kind of use this gentle rocking motion to arrive in the body, to arrive deep in your pelvis. And enjoy it. It's a very gentle rocking backwards and forwards, almost soothing. And then from that rocking, move over into circling the pelvis. If you're not quite sure, you can always blink the eyes open and have a look at the screen. But it's not so much about the outer shape today, but really about the sensations in the body. Make sure you circle both ways, so switch directions. And this can be a very small movement. We're just arriving. If you feel like you want to bring your hands in another position, that's okay too. And then come back to the rocking backwards and forwards, and now make the movement bigger. You want to find a cow stretch on the inhale, gently curving the back, opening the throat. And then rounding the back, cat-like. So you want to draw the navel in, bring the chin down to the chest. Feel free to open the eyes whenever you're ready. Inhale, find that expansive heart-opening shape. Open the throat. And exhale, round the back. Bring the chin in, tailbone goes down, navel goes in. Let's do two more. Inhale, lift the heart, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, round the back. Open up the back side of the heart. One more. Inhale, synchronize your breath and your movement. Exhale, always find that element of flow in your practice. Good. Come into a neutral spine as you inhale, and then come forward onto tabletop position. Shuffle along so you're comfortable, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Press yourself into a rounded cat stretch. You can tuck the toes for stability. And then bring the right knee forward towards the nose and squeeze it in. As you inhale, you open up the heart, lift the right knee and find a bit of a back bend. And as you exhale, you pull the knee forward and squeeze the nose and the knee together. Again, inhale, find the expansive movement. Exhale, round the back. Good. Inhale, open up to the side. And then exhale, bring the knee forward. And now from here, lift the knee to the shoulder and then guide it outward and start drawing big circles into the air with your knee. Kind of really just starting to warm up the body and get into the hip joint. So enjoy that movement and just kind of guide your movements. Do not just throw the leg around, but just explore what you can do with your hip joint. And then circle the other way around as well. And if it feels very tight or you're not comfortable, just make the movement smaller, but stay curious and open. And then once the knee is out on the side, one more time, lift the knee a bit higher, extend the leg. I might leave the frame here, let's see. I bring the right foot all the way down to the mat. Try and bring the whole sole of the foot down. And then again, I lift my heart for a cow stretch, feeling into the groin, into the hips, and exhale, round the back. Good. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Come into a neutral back. Lift the leg, guide it out behind you. And then pull the knee forward. Now we want to cross the right knee in front of the left one. Now you might want to bring your knees a bit more into the center. And now that you have all that energy between the legs, start circling the hips. You can always connect to the pelvic floor, which contracting it often in yoga is referred to as mula bandha. It's an energy lock that sends up the energy. So even just exploring the muscles of the pelvic floor, it's kind of as if you wanted to hold yourself back from going to the bathroom. So these are the muscles you want to squeeze and then circle around the hips. Try and find some pleasure, enjoyment in that movement. Feel all that energy being created, and again, make sure you circle both ways. And sometimes one side feels easier than the other. Yeah, now that your legs are crossed, tuck the toes under, send the hips up for a cross-legged downward facing dog. You can keep the knees bent as much as you want. Lengthen through the arms, take a full breath here. And then uncross the legs. First downward facing dog might feel a bit stiff, bend the knees as much as necessary. Maybe gently shake the head, take a deep breath in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. And then set the knees down, find your tabletop again. Come into the round the back for your cat stretch, second side, left knee comes forward. And then inhale, open up, guide your movements and try and find enjoyment even in the slower pace at the beginning of the class. There will be more pace, there will be more energy, there will be more movement. Really try and enjoy. Get away from that tendency of wanting to perform or achieve anything. That's not what we're doing today. We're just simply enjoying and flowing. Good. Begin to circle the hip joint by drawing big circles into the air with your knee. And really exploring that hip joint. Today, be very attentive to your thoughts. Circle the other way around. So whenever you catch yourself criticizing yourself, just kind of be aware of it and then let go of these thoughts and return back to the sensations in the body, or rather choose some kinder words. Good. Now when the knee is on the side, extend the left leg out. So the foot is kind of on the same line with the hip, but the foot is placed all the way down. And then again, open up for your cow stretch and exhale round. A couple of times. Feel how these cat-cow movements now are different, that you're opening up the hip to the side. Yeah, let's do one more. Come into a neutral back, lift the left foot up, bring it all the way behind you, and then pull the knee forward, crossing it in front of the right one. You always have the freedom to shuffle along so you feel comfortable. And then once again, circle around the hip joint. Good. And really kind of view this as an energetic exercise rather than anything else. Getting all that energy into the sacral chakra. Circle the other way around as well. Focus on the hip joints. Enjoy this kind of internal massage. And then stop. The toes are tucked and we come back into the cross-legged down dog. Legs can be long or generously bent, but your arms are super strong. The shoulders broad. Take a full breath here. And then uncross those legs and take a moment to pedal the legs generously. You can even bring the knees from side to side. So you bring some movement into the low back, into the hip joints. Take a deep breath in and side out. And then as you inhale, ripple the spine forward, come into a plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Draw the low belly in, send the hips back up, downward facing dog. Find that wavy movement. Inhale, fluid like water, come forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale into your plank pose. Exhale, bring the knees down, lower all the way onto the belly, elbows close to the body. Point the toes. Inhale, cobra, open up the heart. And exhale over the knees, push back, downward facing dog. Good. Lift the right leg up as you inhale. Bend the leg for scorpion leg as you exhale, open the groin. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the knee forward and step the foot through between the hands. Good. Inhale, reach the right arm up, open up the chest. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the left knee down, pull the right arm behind you. Just find a tiny bit of a back bend. Good. Inhale, bring the arm forward, big movement. And exhale, pull it out behind you one more time. Good. Inhale, swim the arm forward, big movement in the shoulders. And exhale, open up. We're stimulating the whole body today, not just the shoulders. Good. Inhale, send the arm forward and then place it onto the outside of the right foot. We're lifting the upper body for Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Cactus the arms as you exhale, send the heart forward. Once again, sweep the arms up. Inhale, gather loads of energy. Exhale, shine the heart forward. One more, inhale. Exhale. Stay or interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart. Breathe into it. And then as you inhale, reach the arms up one more time. Exhale, guide the hands to frame the front foot. Inhale, pull the hips back. Right leg goes long, just as long as possible. Exhale, bow and fold. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, it's a bit like a half forward fold. Reach the heart forward. And exhale, let go. Let's do one more. Inhale. Letting go, exhale. Come back into Anjaneyasana. Inhale, low lunge, sweep the arms up. And exhale, guide the hands down. Lift the back knee. Inhale, step into a plank pose. And exhale with the knees as before, or maybe now in one piece, lower all the way onto the belly. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a deep breath in. Cleansing breath out. Left leg, inhale up. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale. Exhale, pull the knee forward, step it through. Bring the knee down. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, guide the hand behind you. Big swimming movement. Inhale, reach the arm forward. Exhale, backward and open the chest. Inhale, go with the breath. Finding some fluidity today. Exhale, open. Good. Inhale, bring the arm forward and down, face the mat. And then Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach it up. Cactus the arms, exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Feel free to pull the hips back if your low back feels tight. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up. Choose to stay or interlace the fingers one finger further. Breathe into the heart. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, guide the hands down. Inhale, step back into your plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way as before, maybe half chaturanga, only if you practice and you feel stable. Inhale, cobra or up dog, open up the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take a full breath in and a releasing breath out. Look forward, walk in many small steps to the top of the mat, and then allow yourself to give in to gravity, fold. Come into the fingertips, lengthen through the spine, knees bent, and again let it go. With the breath, one more time, inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go. Come to standing. Inhale, reach the arms over the side. Gather loads of energy, life force. Exhale, draw it down to your center and release. Take a breath in, roll the shoulders up. Breath out, back and down. Reach the arms up over the side. Inhale. Exhale, bow over your legs. Knees can be super soft. Inhale, half lift, long back. Exhale, step back and lower with or without the knees. It's always your choice. Move with care, with attention, and with loving kindness. Inhale, find the heart opener, back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg, inhale into the air. Big step forward in between the hands for high lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms and straighten the front leg, just as much as you feel stable. Inhale, bend the leg, reach the arms up. Exhale, straighten the leg, pull the shoulders back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale, good. Inhale, reach the arms up. The back heel can be lifted. Exhale, fold over your front leg. Take a lot of time. Take your time and maybe find a block if you have one, or the fingertips. If the floor is very far away, then just bring the hands into the shin or onto the hips. Take a breath in, reach the heart forward. Fold as you exhale. One more. Inhale, find that fluid quality. Letting go on the exhale. Good. Bend the front leg, lift the heart. And then step back into your plank pose. You can always add in that little vinyasa, that flow, or you skip it and you go into your down dog. This is where we will meet. So whatever it is that you need today, pick that. Lift your left leg, inhale. Big step forward, exhale. High lunge, inhale. Bend the arms, straighten the front leg. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, straighten the front leg. Good. One more. Inhale. And exhale, straighten the front leg. Take your time. Inhale, reach the arms up. You can take the arms over the side. It's easier on the back. Slowly dive down over the front leg. Hands into the hips, onto the shin or onto the ground. Inhale, like half lift. And exhale, lower. It's kind of like a modified Parshvattanasana. So your back heel can be lifted. Good. Bend the leg, lift the heart, look forward. Step back and take your flow, or go straight into your down dog or any resting pose, maybe a child, whatever it is that you need to stay connected to yourself and your breath. Take a breath in and a breath out. Lift your right leg up into the air. Big step forward. One more time, we'll rise up into high lunge. But now we open into a warrior two. Arms go out to the side, back heel turns down to the ground. I'll just turn to the camera. Stay where you are and breathe. You want to bring the tailbone underneath the body as we practiced and open up the hips. Pull the feet towards each other on the mat. Pull the muscles between the legs in and up and feel how the spine lengthens and your energy flows up the spine. And now that you have all the stability, find some flow. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Side angle, right forearm onto the right leg. Exhale. Long, smooth breaths. Inhale, peaceful. And exhale. Good. Enjoy this flow. It's like a dance. Inhale, softly lean back. Exhale into your side angle. Good. Inhale, come back up into warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Pull yourself forward and down. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Keep the feet active on the ground, pulling towards each other. Good. You have the option to stay in this pose if this is plenty, only if you wish. Bring the left hand into the hip, pull the shoulder back for the balancing pose, half moon. We look down, bend the front leg, bring the right hand forward and outward so we can step the back foot in and slowly press up on that right leg. Maybe you have a block. Keep your hips open and keep that softness, that acceptance and that curiosity. Maybe extend the left arm up. Today is all about the experience, not about the performance. So even if it wobbles, just be kind and just relax. It's just a practice. Bend your right leg slowly, step the left foot far behind you. Warrior two, come back up. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the right leg. And exhale, turn all toes outward. Sit deep into a goddess shape. It's kind of like a double warrior two. Feel free to take a moment to adjust. Bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale, reach the heart higher. Exhale, bring the right shoulder forward. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, second side. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We come to the center. Inhale. Sit a bit deeper as you exhale and inhale. Come onto the tiptoes. Raise the heels. Raise the arms up. Send the arms up to the sky. And exhale. Bring the heels down. Hands together in front of the heart. Inhale. Straighten the legs. Exhale. Turn the toes out. Bring the hands into the hips. Inhale. Lift the heart. And exhale. Fold. You can keep the knees super, super soft. Release the hands down. And you can either just have your arms dangle or you can grab the ankles or whatever feels good to take this moment, feeling the energy rushing to your head. And just breathe. Resonate. Just observe what's happening in the body. Good. And then from here, start swinging a bit from side to side until you can swing the upper body to the front foot. This will be your right foot. Return all toes to the top of the mat. We're back in a low lunge, looking forward, and then step back, take a vinyasa, or go straight into your downward facing dog. It's your option. Good. Take a deep inhale. And a long exhale. Lift your left leg up into the air. Guide your movements. Exhale, step it forward. Bring the shoulders along. High lunge, inhale. Find that fluidity. Warrior two, exhale. Right heel goes down. Arms go out to the side. Hips are open. Good. Find that stability. Find that groundedness. All these qualities are within you. And then find that freedom of expression, of movement. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Any additional movements in the arms are fine. Just go with your breath. Inhale, peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Parsvakonasana. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, pull yourself up and back. Exhale, side angle. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg. You want to keep a tiny bend in the knee. Pull yourself forward and stack the shoulders. Triangle pose. Try and keep the heart nice and open, the side body long. And keep pulling the feet towards each other as if the mat was slippy. So feel once again that pelvic floor engage. Those muscles between the legs. Good. Stay or come with me into half moon. Bring the right Hand into the hip. Look down, bend the left leg a lot. Bring the left hand forward. Maybe you want to use the block. Stack the hips and rather take a breath or two longer to find your balancing pose than rushing. Maybe reach the right arm up. And if this is new or very wobbly today, just take it easy. Take a couple of breaths with curiosity and know that you're stimulating a lot of energy whether you're stable or not. So you already did something great here. Slowly bend the left leg. Take your time. Step the right foot back. Warrior two. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale one more time, goddess pose. Sit deep. Good. This time take your arms over the side right away. Lift the heels. Inhale. Hands together in front of the heart. Heels down. Exhale. Inhale. Feel the energy rising. Exhale. Bring them home to your center. One more. Inhale. Exhale. We go up for one more breath. Inhale and then stay for your exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, turn the toes forward. Maybe this time interlace the hands behind the back or bring them into the hips as before. And then bend your knees and softly fold over and let go. Good. Softly bring the weight towards the toes as you bend the knees a bit more. Neck is relaxed. Belly is relaxed. Take another breath here. And then bring the hands towards the bum. Release the arms over the side and then swing yourself a bit from side to side. Bring the upper body towards the front of the mat. This will be your left foot, all toes pointing forward. And you step back and you either take a flow, go into a dog pose, or maybe into a child. I'm demonstrating the child, but you can take any of these options. Whatever lets you stay connected with your breath and with the sensations in the body. Wherever you are, take a full breath. And then slowly find your way back into your down dog. Lift your right leg up into the air for three-legged dog. Big step forward for high lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands together in front of the heart. Lean forward, draw the lower belly in. Slowly come onto the right leg. Go into one more balancing pose, warrior three. You want to keep the heart nice and open. And we just stay here for a breath, kind of as a transitionary pose. And we bend both legs, pull the left knee up to the chest. Maybe you want to grab a hold of it until you found your focus point, your balance. And then bend the right leg and wrap the left leg over it, kind of for eagle-shaped legs, eagle pose. Once again, you feel all that stimulation around the hips, between the legs. Maybe you want to stay here or you extend your arms to the side and your right arm goes over the left one and you wrap them above the elbows. Maybe the backs of the hands come together or the palms. Maybe with a long back, lean forward, bring the elbows towards the knees. Any amount is fine. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Take another full breath. And then release the hands. Slowly come back up, left knee to chest or take a rest. And then bring it back into your warrior three. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, bring the fingertips down to the ground. We bend both legs generously and bring the left knee down onto the outside of the right ankle so we can sit back in between the heels for a twisted seat. Now, if this transition didn't quite happen, then just extend your left leg out, right foot steps over. Left leg can be long or folded in. Sit nice and tall. Bring the right hand behind you and then lengthen through the spine. Open the heart. Take your head gently into the twist without straining the neck. And once again, maybe pull the pelvic floor up. Feel how that lengthens the spine. Crown of the head is pulling up. And the heart is opening to the side. Soften the facial muscles. Good. And these moments of calmness, of postures that are held, are always a wonderful moment to check in. not to evaluate or judge, but just to observe how's the energy changed in your body, the temperature. Good. On your inhale, come back to the center. On your exhale, gentle counter twist to the opposite side. Lean onto your hands to unravel the legs halfway, so right shin in front of the left one. Take a bit of momentum, roll over the feet, uncross the legs, downward facing dog. There would be space for Vinyasa if this is what you want to do. Left leg goes up in the air, inhale. Big step forward in between the hands as you exhale. High lunge as you inhale. Bring the hands together in front of the heart as you exhale. Lean forward, warrior three. And again, as always with the balancing, rather take a moment to find your way into the pose. Do not rush. No hasty movements. Long, smooth breath. Bending both legs, standing up. Pull the right knee up and through. Maybe hold it for a moment or set it down to ground yourself. And then right knee over the left one, eagle posture. Sit back. Once you have found your balance, option to add the arms, left arm over the right one, backs of the hands or palms together. Navel draws in, an option to lean forward, but mostly just focus on the inner thigh, squeeze them together. And then release the arms, stand up, pull the right knee up or take a rest. Warrior three, take your time, slowly come back. And then guide your fingertips to the ground. Bend both legs, right knee outside of the left ankle, sitting back in between the heels, and again, option to extend the right leg. I'm just demonstrating this if you didn't reach down or if you feel like here you don't have space to bring both sits bones down. Sit really nice and tall, maybe reach the left arm up. Twist open to the left side and find your twisting posture. Use the moment to connect to your breath. We take another full breath here. And then on your inhale, come back to the center. And on the exhale, take the gentle counter twist. Sit back upright. This time we're not releasing, but instead we're wandering the left foot further over so the knees are on top of each other. So if they're hovering, that's okay. Maybe you want to place a cushion between the legs, underneath the legs, or maybe underneath the bum, or you just allow your knees to hover. That's okay. If you happen to have a lot of space, then move your feet further outwards. Yeah, cow face posture. At least we have the base. Bring your hands into your feet, make a conscious connection. And then start circling one more time around the hips. Focus on not making big circles with the whole body, but really focusing on the hips. And try and enjoy this movement. Finding a little bit of pleasure in your practice. And it might also be intense in the hip joints, and that's okay too. Circle the other way around. So allow for everything that wants to show itself. Everything is okay. Even if you feel tight, even if you feel maybe challenged or exhausted in some way. Just encounter yourself with this loving kindness. Good. Take your arms over the side so you find a long spine again. Interlace all 10 fingers apart from the index fingers and reach the arms up. Pull the muscles between the legs in and out. Feel the energy rising. So from your roots to the sacral area, the navel, stomach, heart, your throat, third eye, maybe even all the way up to your crown. And then release the arms gently. Either bring the hands back onto the feet or come onto the fingertips and start walking forward. If this is not available, do not worry about it. It's not about the most strenuous variation of the pose, but rather the one where you can feel the most. So find the position that feels good for you for 2 more breaths. And slowly walk the hands back underneath the body. Turn your upper body to the right side, so to your left foot. Lean onto the hands and then come onto the feet. We're walking with the hands to the back of the mat. This automatically uncrosses our legs. We're walking over the back all the way to the right foot and all the way to the top of the mat, and then we're coming back down. So now the left knee is underneath, the right knee is on top. Maybe you want to try and do that again or do it without the transition. Just make sure now your right knee is on top, left knee is on the bottom. Arrange yourself. And then bring your hands onto the feet. Come back to the little circling motion around the hips. Feel free to close the eyes. Feel into it. Enjoy it. Find a certain sensuality in your movement, a certain fluidity, a softness. Circle the other way around. Good. And then stop the circling, take the arms over the side. Interlace all 10 fingers, only the middle, no, the index fingers are pointing up. Draw the muscles between the legs, in and up. Feel your Shakti energy rising. Feel yourself illuminating from the inside with this loving, kind, graceful energy. And then release the hands over the side. Either bring the hands back onto the feet as you have, or come onto the fingertips and walk the hands forward. It's just an option wherever you can feel the most. Turn inward the most. Good. And then from here, we might need a bit of momentum to come onto the knees. Cross or tuck the toes, the legs are crossed, and we come back into that downward facing dog, what we were in the very beginning, and then uncross your legs. Maybe pedal the legs a bit from side to side, releasing any tension, bringing knees from side to side. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Maybe one more. Deep breath in, side out. Inhale, lift your right leg up into the air. Exhale, bend for scorpion leg and open. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the knee forward, step it through. Inhale, bring the left knee down, swim the right arm behind you as we did in the very beginning, and exhale, stay. You have the option to stay here, maybe bring the hand into the hip, or bend the left leg, grab a hold of the back of the foot or the ankle. Wherever you are, find a bit of a back bend, feel your heart shining forward, relax the face, and breathe into it. Enjoy this opening posture. One more breath. And then release with care. Set the left foot down, right arm goes up. Lift the knee, easy twist. And then turn all toes to the right side. You can either step the right foot in front of the hip for more support, onto the left foot for side angle, or there would be a wild thing for you if you wish. Step the right foot behind you, left leg stays long. Sweep the right arm over your ear, open the chest, open the groin, and enjoy this opening posture. It's just an option. Take a full breath. Lower the hips to come back to center, stably into your plank pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, flow through your vinyasa or straight into your down dog. Inhale through the back bend and exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale up into the air. Scorpion leg as you exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, right knee down, left arm goes behind you. Stabilize as you exhale. You want to have your left ankle underneath the left knee. Option 1, keep the arm. Option 2, bring it into the hip or lower back. Or option 3, bend the right leg, open up the chest. Breathe. And then gently release. Lift the back knee, left arm goes straight up. Easy twist. All toes to the left side, either foot in front of you on top of the right one or behind you into your wide thing. Right leg stays long, left arm reaches over, heart is open, breathe. And then lower the hips, flip back over. Choose again, one flow, a dog or a child's pose, whatever feels best for you now. When you have arrived in your down dog or your child's pose, take a deep breath in and a releasing breath out. Walk the feet towards the center of the mat, knees can be soft. Walk the hands towards the feet, allow yourself to give in, soften and dangle for a moment. And then walk the feet apart, heel toe them apart, all the way to the edges of the mat. The toes are pointing rather outward, and you're making your way down into your squat pose, Malasana. Hips in between the legs, hands together in front of the heart. If your heels come off the mat, open the feet wider, support the heels or sit on the mat and just open your legs in a right angle. That works great. And if you wish for a moment, you could loosen up the wrists here. We've been carrying quite a bit of weight on the wrists, just loosen it up. And then bring the hands together in front of the heart. Pull the shoulders back, lift the heart up. Broaden the collarbones, soften the face. And either you stay this way only if you feel super stable, bring the arms up. Once again, take the mudra, fingertips are pointing up, index fingers, pull the muscles between the legs in and out, feel the energy rising. We just stay for 2. One more breath. And then bring the hands back together in front of the heart. Open the heart, let it shine forward. And then as you exhale, release. Softly come to sit. You want to take your fingertips behind you for support. Bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace your fingers around the feet and bounce the knees up and down in a very gentle manner. Letting go of any tension here in the hip joints. Yeah, let's take another full breath. And then rest the knees, lift the heart higher, and fold forward with a straight back. So you rather want to think forward than down. Keep the chest nice and open. Any amount is fine. Deeper is not better. You just want to feel the stimulation in your groins and your inner thighs. Good. Allow the breath to calm down. Energy to settle a bit and turn inwards to the inner landscape. Anything that wants to show itself is fine, is welcomed. There's no resistance today. Everything is flowing, everything is right just the way it is. Sit up and just move your feet further away from you. You want to open the feet a bit wider and maybe pull out the muscles of your seat so you can find a bit more connection to the ground. We'll fold forward one more time. This time we're not pulling, we're not grabbing. We're opening our hands in a gesture of receiving, and we're folding forward really softly. If this doesn't feel good for your neck or your back, maybe take some support, a block, or feel free to not go quite as far and look forward, but just try and see if you can let go of the head if that feels okay for the neck. Again, do not try to achieve anything specific here. Do not pull or press, but rather practice the art of letting go. Feel into your palms, the warmth of your palms. They're lying completely relaxed, and a gesture of receiving. Maybe formulate a resolve in your mind, an intention to be open to what life is bringing to you, to be able to receive, to let go of any gripping, any clenching, any fighting, or any just allowing yourself to be within yourself and your calmness and your serenity, your beauty and your grace, and receive life's gifts attract everything that is for you. Connect all these qualities with your inhale, inviting in that abundance, that fullness, that warmth, and letting go of any tension, of any forcing, any fighting. A couple of more breaths, soothing breath, letting go. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Take a full exhale through the mouth. Any sighs of relief are always welcome. And then from here, maybe press your hands into the ground so you can lift up in a very supported way. Slowly, slowly coming back up, bringing the knees together with the help of your hands. Stand the feet up, hands behind your fingertips pointing towards you, and just allow your knees to drop a bit from side to side. Relaxing any tension that's left in the groins and the hips and the belly and the back. And then come to center, reach the hips towards the heels and then up for a tabletop position. Try and really lift the pubic bone, pull the shoulders back. You can look towards the knees, look up to the ceiling, or maybe guide your head backwards if your neck feels healthy today. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Mouth open, tongue out. One more, inhale. And dare to make a sound. Good. Inhale, lift your head. And exhale, sit back down. Now, from here, make sure you're sitting in about the center of the mat so you can lay down on the back. Bring the knees up to the chest once you have arrived in a very gentle way. Bring the knees in and rock from side to side. Rock from front to back. And you can do this for a little while if there are any other final movements that you need to balance the body and finalize your practice, maybe a happy baby or some other final posture. You take this moment to connect with your body, your needs. And I really want to invite you to not let yourself be rushed through these final moments of the practice. Let's give ourselves a moment to absorb all the intentions, the inspiration, all these movements, the energy that we have created and practiced in these last moments together. And give the body and the mind a chance to integrate. So you can either stretch out in Savasana, which means you extend the legs and the arms. If it's comfortable for you, you could alternatively come into Supta Baddha Konasana, where you bring the soles of the feet together, drop the knees out to the sides. Only assume this posture if it's comfortable for you. If this is giving you a lot of strain, then rather extend the legs or stand the feet up. And you can place your hands on the belly or bring the arms overhead, whatever feels best. Assume a posture, a shape that allows you to let go. We want to close the eyes or lower the gaze and just take a couple of soothing breaths. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then sigh it out. And then make sure you let go of any breath control. Return to your natural breathing pattern. Allow for the smooth, subtle breath, and a gentle movement that comes with it. Take a moment to express some gratitude and appreciation for yourself, for your body, the way you're handling life, the way your body is able to do all these movements. Give yourself some kind thoughts, thinking about things that you like about your life, things that you like about yourself. It can even just be one very, very small thing. Just connect with that beautiful sensation of gratitude. Release the hands, bring them to the outer sides of your legs to bring the knees together if you have brought them apart. Maybe bring the knees up to the chest one more time if you need that releasing moment. And then over one side, just bring your knees to one side. Slowly press the hands into the ground and sit up, maybe with your legs crossed or on the heels as we started our practice. And maybe you can keep the eyes closed while you come up, or if not, then just close them one last time that you have arrived. Find the long spine again, that posture of wakefulness. And join your palms together in front of the heart as a gesture of appreciation. And maybe make a resolve to connect back to these qualities that we have practiced today, that you have heard about today. And make a resolve to be kind to yourself and loving, and treat yourself with warmth, with softness, and allowing yourself to be. Bow the forehead down to the fingertips as a gesture of bowing in front of the intelligence of your heart. Take a moment to express gratitude for the teachings and the practice of yoga. And when you are ready, then open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you feel wonderful, beautiful from the inside out. If you have any questions, please leave me comments. If there's anything you would like to know, I'm happy to exchange. Make sure you check out the description box. I have a teacher training coming up, a yoga teacher training. We have wonderful retreats coming up. I would love to get to meet you and practice with you, and to see you again here on this channel. Have a wonderful day or evening. See you soon.